Howdy folks, this is a Monday morning shave for me. I'll start off with a couple of finds that I found over the weekend. One is probably a bit more significant than the other, I guess depends on what world you travel in. I went to a flea market at the fairgrounds and found this one. And this, as far as I know, there are a few variants of this, and this is not an aristocrat. It is a diplomat. Aristocrat will have something that'll look different up here at this point and down here at this. It'll look golden color like this, but these two areas will not be knurled like this one, the way I understand it. And if you find a silver one that looks silver chrome, it's a president, but this one here is a diplomat. And good find there. The other find, show it like this. Found this at Walmart, right under $5. And according to this, it's aqua velva. It says it's sensitive 5-in-1 aftershave balm. I'll probably use this tomorrow. And I put a little bit on my hand to see how it smells. And my wife says, oh, on there it says lightly scented. She said that has a stronger scent than some of the soap that I've got. But she liked the scent, so this is what I got whipped up in the bowl. Envy shave brush. It's supposed to be a 22mm knot, but it acts more like a 24mm knot the way it whipped up the lather this morning in my, this is a smooth bottom bowl, by the way. Thrift store find, of course. And soap of the day. This one here is unique in many different ways. For one, it's 8.5 ounces. It's in a thick glass jar. And for somebody like me that might have a hard time with the nose trying to figure out what the scent is, it says a Tuscan tobacco cologne. Is supposed to be using this with a brush, and it tells you that that's what it's mildly scented with. It's not, I wouldn't say it's strong, but it's definitely there. Not as light as some of the others that I have. Here's the aftershave. Not as light as some of the others. I'm going to go ahead, and I've already put some hot towel to the face, bloom water, and the shaver of today is going to be the Green Focus Slim. And if you're wondering what the AL stands for on the shavette, it's because it is all aluminum. It is a very lightweight shavette. But for me, I used it 5 days out of the week last week, and going 5 days again this week. And I'm running through some of my blades to see if I can find a blade that just like, wow, yeah, this is the blade with this razor. I can smell the scent. It just, I think that one of the reasons maybe they consider it lightly scented. I mean, I still smell it when you take the top off, but it's not it's a consistent smelling scent. It's kind of hard to explain how strong it is, because I wouldn't consider it light. Nah. If I can smell it consistently, even as I'm lathering it up and putting it on, yeah, I wouldn't consider it exactly light. Oh, by the way, the blade in this one today is a already pre-cut shark blade. I think they refer to them as shark Saloon. I have to say, so far with the green, definitely different than what I've used previous in this particular shaver. For me, the real test is against the grain. I only paid $25 for the Diplomat. It was marked $29, just for the fact that I found it where I could put my hands on it, get a good look at it. I was more than willing to pay that price for it. Thought it was a good price. The President I have it's just a great shaver. The mechanism, easy twist to turn, smooth. It just exudes with quality. It's really nice. Might be the reason why so many people are after the Aristocrat, because it is a nice razor, well built. Don't know that I don't have quite the desire for the Aristocrat, believe it or not. The two that I have now, the Diplomat and President, I like those. After going to the flea market, my wife and I, we went to the Home and Garden show. Kind of made a Saturday afternoon of it. Did see a few straight razors. Still got a lot to learn on the vintage straight razors to make sure, I can say, not get myself in trouble. And as you can tell, this soap has got plenty of slickness. The scent is just great. I love this scent. This shavette, I really wasn't too sure. I was expecting more to have issues with the weight, just a little too light for me. But it is so well balanced, easy to handle. I was just really surprised on the ease of even finding the angle with this shavette. It definitely is one of my favorites now. Besides the fact you can get it in different colors. You would think that's kind of odd to be that particular. I mean, if it only comes in black, that's fine. It's a good shaver, but it's a plus, it's a bonus to be able to get a color that you want. And I have a shavette, the Irving Barber, that is a chrome handle, scales. I have a classic Samurai that's got a red scale. My Feather Artist Club SS, it's got a black handle on it. It's Camisori style. My Parker SRX chrome. I like the shiny ones. And I thought it might be time to get a green one. Pass number 2, we'll go against the grain. I wanted to work with the Aqua aftershave balm a little bit. before I use it on video because as far as I know, there's not a video out there. When it comes to aftershave balms, they kind of vary on how much you use or don't use. What's the correct amount for you, in other words. There is one thing, and maybe over time my technique will get even better with a lightweight shavette, is what it takes to get it to go through my thick whiskers. In other words, as opposed to my my feather, it's a different blade. I use a super in it. Has more of a tendency, because of the weight and everything of the blade, it just seems to glide right through it, where this takes a little bit of effort. It is most easy to maneuver. That is one thing that is unique about some of these shavettes, depending on which kind you get. This one here being a DE blade cut in half, that it's easy to maneuver around face hair. Not that you can't use it with a full size like a straight razor. Just for me, it's easier to use. This green, it just really stands out. I am kind of partial to the color red, so it was kind of a hard choice not to get another red one. Who knows, I still might get one, huh? I don't know if you could hear that or not. There's a certain amount of feedback against the grain. I know I can hear it. I know with this one, I do have to keep my skin kind of taut a little bit. In other words, my stretching is a little bit taunter than maybe what I would use with a feather, or even the Parker SRX. It's a really nice shaver. Not too terribly expensive in that you're not looking at the $100 range for a nice one. This one here, the Superior Shave. When I got mine, I don't know, it still may be the same way. I haven't paid that close attention where it's still free shipping. Paid $55. That's all I paid. I think on Amazon it might be $64, which in other words, you're kind of looking at, if you're beating Amazon, you're doing good, because usually Amazon is one of the more the cheaper place to go. And the shave afterwards, in other words, I'm not feeling any spots where I feel like the alum block is going to give me a negative report where I got the pressure wrong or something. It may not be that visible in the video, but sometimes it don't take a whole lot, just a quick moment, and you get your pressure just a little bit too harsh, too hard, and yeah, you're going to end up with a spot that's not too terribly happy. And maybe this is the blade, because yeah, this shave, according to the alum block, turned out pretty nice. Yeah, just a little bit of stinging down here, which is nothing unusual for me, but nothing major like, yeah, you messed up at that point. Not that I didn't get a cut or a nick. You can tell everything went well. This might be the blade. One of the last ones I used that are pre-cut, and it's the blade. Yeah, that, or maybe I'll get better at it. And the feathers weren't bad by any means, but just a tad bit harsh. In other words, they weren't exactly smooth. Probably after the second or third use, if I was to use them like that, the shave would have went better. Quite happy with this shave, especially on a Monday morning. You know, you can tell I like this aftershave. I've used a little bit of it. So if you go to Italian Barber, I think the soap is selling at $20 now. Can't remember for sure. I think it's $15 for the aftershave. It just, yes, it's a great scent. This would be one, yes, I would say yes, you need to make sure you get the matching aftershave with it, because this scent, I might be able to match it with something else. I'm not aware of one. Don't have all the aftershaves, but wow, this is a really nice aftershave scent and soap. This is what I shaved with today. It's a really nice shaver. I'm glad I got this one. I keep it, as well as the brush, when I'm, I guess you might say, doing my preparations. I have a warm cup of water here, or hot water if you will, and you can kind of tell the thickness of this thing. Pour the water out. This cup has been around for a while. I believe that company went out of business in 1950. So, you know, it's about that old. It's a fairly heavy mug. Whipped it up with Nathan Clark's Envy Shave brush, 22 millimeter. This brush comes in his kit. That's what's left of the lather. Look at all that. There wasn't a whole lot of soap that I put down in the bottom of this smooth bottom bowl either. Witch hazel, getting kind of low on it. And of course the soap and the aftershave. Until next time, everybody stay safe and smooth shaves.